Hello, YouTube. The video you're about to see was taken back in 2017. My wife and I took our kids to Hascon at what the time was called the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. So it was a convention held by Hasbro to showcase their brands and generate excitement for their products again. They had a ton of activities for the kids to do, and the day that we went, there was a Q&A from Dude Perfect, a concert by Flow Rider, a Magic the Gathering pre-release tournament, and what you're about to see, a Q&A with Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, aka the voices of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Now, I'm a huge Transformers fan, so this was one of the things I needed to make sure to see when we went. I got out my phone and recorded it. What they do is they're going to talk about how Peter came up with the voice of Optimus Prime, and then Frank talks about the voice of Megatron and how he kind of changed it as the seasons went on. They also talk at the end about some of the fun stuff they did during the recording sessions. Enjoy!
Peter Cullen and Frank Welker.
Nice to see you all.
Double wow.
And Peter, good to see you.
Yes, good to be seen.
Ben, good to see you.
Thank you, Frank. So, guys, thank you for making the time, the trip out here. We are, again, so happy to see a huge amount of fans. I know it's hard to see, but trust me, they're out there. I know the lights are on us. But we're going to have a lot of fun here with you guys. We're going to turn back the clock a little bit. All right, yourself into that character.
Well, it's a great question, and I've answered it many times.
Some of these fans have not heard from you before.
Mr. Cullen may be with you.
Are you trying to move him away from you, Frank?
It's just beginning. When I was starting the process to audition for Optimus Prime, it was a normal situation where you read a character breakdown. You're told what basically what the animated series is going to involve or about. And in this case, it was described as a hero, but he was a truck. So when I described this very scenario to my brother Larry, who is a former Marine and back from Vietnam, and Larry returned as a captain, and he's a medaled captain, Bronze Star, a couple of Purple Hearts, and we were talking one time after I was informed of this breakdown of the Transformers, of Hero being a truck, and I said those words to him. Yeah, he's a truck, and he laughed. He said, Peter, how do you be a hero and a truck at the same time? I said, I don't know, Larry, I don't know. He said, well, if you're going to be a hero, be a real hero. Don't be a Hollywood hero, you know, doing all the yelling and screaming and pretending you're tough when you're not, you know. I said, he said, be strong enough to be gentle, you know, and be honest and caring, compassionate. And those words really struck me as I was getting in the car on my way to that audition. And the audition had a paragraph of Optimus Prime, very similar to Frank, reading, Megatron perhaps the same day. Anyway, it's about a paragraph where you incorporate your interpretation of the breakdown of Optimus Prime and put it into sound. Well, I could just remember my brother Larry talking to me, and his voice was similar to mine. He's a lot taller. He was 5 inches taller than me, and but he had a baritone voice as well. And I could just remember his tone he said, Peter, if you're going to be a hero, be a real hero. Don't be, don't go running around and acting it tough, I said, okay. So when those lines came, my name is Optimus Prime. That just came out of me, and I went, oh, this is going to work. I said, Larry is with me from the planet Cybertron. And I went on like that, and 3 weeks later, I had the role.
And not really having that kind of an experience, I had to draw from some of my bad experiences to find Megatron. But actually, in this particular scene, in the laughter, one thing about Transformers is we are Transformers. So remember the G1 voice was, I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. Well, in Prime, we changed that and transformed a little bit into a little bit more. I am Prime, not Prime. But it was a little bit different texture, more larger, more human, not so much of my mechanical stuff that I did before. But the laughter was basically still from G1, so it was and so it kind of transcended through, even to this guy. So I would say that that's a little bit of combining G1 with the new voice, and the laughter was still there. And the same experience that Peter had as far as his auditioning, we went into this little studio on Ventura Boulevard in California. And they had all of the pictures of the characters drawn out, which is really nice. For me, I like visual. If somebody described it, say, we want you to play a tree. And the tree is more leaves than a normal tree. Right away I'm going, why is he saying that? And I'm gone. But if I see the tree, then, I can see a tree, or whatever, But visually, it's so nice to see it. So I was seeing, roll out. So I see. Oh, he's not in danger of losing his job, trust me.
I have to say something. I don't mean to interrupt you, Frank, but when we would record in the studio on any given recording session, it was inevitable at any moment that Frank would come out with a sound at a very inappropriate time that would totally distract you, but would sound as if it was coming naturally from somewhere in the studio. So he could not be to blame for it. Oftentimes it would be maybe the drip from an air conditioner going into a pail of water. It could have been anything.
Yeah. I've heard the bird sound.
The thing that we like doing too, that Peter like this, is we have, very sensitive engineers. They always want to make sure the sound is correct. They don't want any mistakes because the director yells at them, the actors yell at them, everybody yells at them, and they go, oh, yeah, we'll all get it, no, it'll be perfect. So we would always go in and let's go. Peter's got to get out. He's got another session. Let's move. Come on, come on. So I'd say, well, let's test the mics. Oh, man. I used to get them under that, Peter. Yeah. And then there was the...
How about the person speaking loud behind the door? And the engineer would say, all right, we have to do that again. We have to do that again. There's somebody talking outside the studio. It'd be him.
Oh, little. Boy, that target is just... Hold on, everyone engineering as can be. Do you think everyone live is about to experience the Kobe situation that we experienced? Yeah, guys, here's what happens all the time. He has an opportunity. This is a big moment. This is his chance. And what will happen in this moment? Here's the good news. Or will we let everybody down? Here's the good news.
Let's go, Kobe!
They're with me, whether I hit it or not. That's true. Team Kobe. Whoa, let's go, Kobe! Moment you've all been waiting for. That's a little too high. Nope. Oh.
closest. Whoever's
I
closest.
definitely was closest. Well, that's debatable. There's so many more. Oh! So many more people in the background.
Try for the target.
Sign my passport.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Oh!
Come on! Go, mate! Go!
I agree. And Toby.
Oh!